Moving to action was more than a theme at the 2008 Weac Representative Assembly. It was a commitment.
So we have a motion and a second.
Nearly 1,000 elected delegates came to Madison May 2nd through the 4th to make policy, elect officers, and pass a Weac budget. They also set the direction for the organization, in part by using ballots to vote on Weac's 5 strategic priorities: school funding, health care, professional development and licensure, achievement gaps, and membership. There was no shortage of opinions.
School funding is out of whack. When I have a school that's telling me that we're going to have to cut all our aides and we need them, that's objectionable to me. As a taxpayer, no. We've got to find a better way to fund schools than the way we're doing it now.
Can you tell me why you're willing to devote time
to put all 8 of mine unbroken, because I think it is the critical, most important issue right now. Everything is important, but this one is the most important now. I think we need to put our money where our children are. Everything else counts. It's all going to follow this. This is the first one that needs to happen.
School funding.
School funding.
Hi. I'm putting all of my votes in there as well.
And why are you doing that?
Why? Because I'm Chuck Keller from Weston High School, and we just lost a referendum. And as a result, the new staff members who have just hired there are doing an excellent job. Feel the community is showing them a vote of no support. And as a result, we're going to lose a lot of young qualified staff members who are either going to leave the industry or leave our school district. And it's very disconcerting. And so we need to change the funding formula.
Why are you putting your tickets here?
My name is Margie Faherty. I'm from the Princeton Education Association, and without school funding reform, the rest of the good ideas, the rest of the great professionals, nothing can improve without having the funding to do it.
You're putting your tickets in this box. Why are you putting them here?
Because you got to stop pitting the taxpayers against the schools. That's why.
Hi, Judy Larson from WCEA. If we fix school funding, we'll be able to start fixing everything else.
Delegates were given tickets and asked to put them in boxes to proportionately represent which of the strategic priorities they want Weac to spend its time and resources on. While school funding was the most popular choice, health care was also very high on the list. Can I ask you why you're putting your tickets here in health care?
Well, because we have members who, in this last paycheck, got a paycheck for $8 and still owe the district money for their health insurance. So we need to do something about health reform.
I think healthcare, because it's such a national issue right now. We have so many uninsured people, and we're just creating those that have the health insurance are eventually picking up those that don't have insurance, and eventually those that do have insurance aren't going to be able to afford anyways what is out there. And I think it's just moved into those that have, those that don't have, and I think we're a country that we should be providing health care for every citizen.
Yeah, and I also like what it says here about providing a baseline of preventative and restorative coverage, but it
versus reactive care.
And it won't change the fact that we can have additionally bargained coverage as well.
Healthcare, the crisis is really cost, and it is so great you can't get anything else done. You're not getting any raises. You're not going to be able to solve any of the problems until we solve the healthcare cost crisis. That's simple.
I think that professional development for our young teachers is a very important thing that we need to work for and support them in keeping their licensure current.
Because, putting some energy into doing what we can as an organization to help our schools deal with the achievement gap, I think, is very important. And I've always appreciated the help that I've gotten from Weac with regard to, issues surrounding achievement and helping underachieving students and bridging the gap. And so I'd like to continue to, receive that help from Weac and see Weac use the resources of the organization, which are fantastic, to really expand endeavors in that area and help us in the classroom to try to do the best job we possibly can.
Delegates also filled out forms volunteering their time to help work for implementation of the priorities, everything from serving on committees to posting yard signs. It made for a representative assembly that was focused not just on votes and budgets, but on accomplishing goals. And, as President Mary Bell emphasized in her RA address, that lays the foundation for success.
We have driven tens of thousands of miles, met with many groups of Weac members and staff, and spent hours in serious discussion with many of you and many others who are not with us here today. So I believe we now have a much clearer direction, and we are ready to move to action.